Come on, Krark. Come on, Krark. Come on, Krark. No! Oh! How's it going, everybody? I'm Josh from Elder Drunken Highlander, and I'm coming to you with a deck tech video for Shadow Wizard Money Gang.
Shadow Wizard Money Gang. We love casting spells.
We love casting spells. This is a deck inspired by the meme, just because I like the meme a lot. It's Krark and Tormod, both wizards. They're Rakdos, which is shadowy, and we make a lot of money by doing treasure things like this Deadly Dispute, this Fake Your Own Death, stuff like that. And because of Krark, the spells go back to our hands, so sometimes we have to cast them more than once, but that's okay, because we love casting spells. The deck has just got a bunch of Kindred wizards, basically, but a lot of them trigger whenever you cast spells. Vindictive Flamestoker gets an oil counter, Burning Prophet scries and gets bigger, Electrostatic Infantry gets counters, that kind of stuff. The other types are the ones that bring stuff back from the graveyard, which triggers Tormod making zombies. The last group of creatures we have in the deck are the best kind, Harmonic Prodigy and Roaming Throne. So what these guys do, they give us extra coin flips by copying our Krark triggers every time we cast a spell, because we love casting spells. The Harmonic Prodigy, we flip 2 coins and can have the result of copying a spell twice, returning it to hand twice, or my favorite one, copying it and also returning it to hand. They also copy all of our helpful triggers like Rock Slide Sorcerer, so we can deal 2 damage whenever we cast a spell or something. But then, when we start to clone them with wizards like Rionia or cards like Twin Flame or Heat Shimmer, things get nutty. Picture this. You have yourself a Harmonic Prodigy copying Krark triggers. You have a Mirror of the Forebearers copying Harmonic Prodigy. You cast Kindred Charge, and suddenly have 4, 6, maybe even more copies of your Harmonic Prodigy. That means when you cast this Spiteful Repossession, you're going to deal a lot of damage to your opponents, make enough treasures to be able to cast Spiteful Repossession again, and also probably return it to your hand. You're flipping like 6 coins, so a bunch of them are going to be heads and a bunch of them are going to be tails. That's just how math works. Besides that, we have a lot of spells that say as an additional cost. I have Beseech the Mirror here because, it's fun just to bargain and sometimes lose it. Cards like Seize the Spoils are the impetus for making this entire deck. Discarding a card is additional cost and putting it back to your hand is just so funny. But the reward, if you get the flip and copy it, is just so good. 2 treasures and 4 cards, and some of them are even better. Then, of course, we also have ways to flashback cards from our graveyard to trigger Tormod, making more zombies, which basically just serves blockers, because everyone's going to beat us up when they see how egregious our turns can get. Yep, big, high-risk, high-reward Krark spells that make zombies. That's how we like to win. Reign of Riches is a notable here. Cascading off of a spell that you cast through Krark is a great way to break parity and Krark returning your stuff to your hand. There's another 5 mana enchantment that does really well with Krark, Possibility Storm. When you cast that, you get a random spell, and Krark sometimes also copies your spell too. But I decided not to include that one because it's kind of unfun, at least in my opinion. Dual casting, though, that's another way to break parity. You can copy the spells with Krark while the Krark trigger's on the stack by tapping him and using 1 mana with dual casting. Invoke Calamity is one that I really want to touch upon. First of all, it's an instant, which is sweet. But second of all, it pulls cards out of the graveyard for Tormod, which is also super sweet, and copies cards with Krark. If the cards get returned to your hand after casting them with Invoke Calamity, they don't go to exile, they go to your hand. Let's just see it in action. This deck is sick. We've entered playtest mode. Ooh, this hand is not sick. Nope, second 7. This hand is sick. Heck yeah. Draw for turn. Ramp land, tapped. Rowan is a really, really sweet wizard in this deck because she can reduce our spells costs. We don't have a ton of ways to capitalize off of her, but I do have a bunch of fetch lands and other things that hurt us incidentally, and we can target ourselves with our own burn spells too. Alrighty, let's just open with Rowan. I don't think we need to crack the Myriad Landscape just yet. Let's try to get her out early just in case. There's our fetch. We're going to hold that back for now. We'll crack the Myriad Landscape this turn. You want to get mountains with this deck. This deck is like a red deck that splashes black. All right, they're tapped. We're not casting anything else this turn. Soul Ring. Oh my god, our deck wants us to win. Soul Ring. We'll play the Marsh Flats. We'll crack it. We'll lose a life, which means Rowan's going to reduce things by 1. We're going to get Blood Crypt. So now Rowan's going to reduce things by 3. We'll tap Rowan. Things cost 3 less. We'll Technomancer. We don't need to do that just yet. We can ritual out Technomancer and do crazy stuff. First, let's cast Krark. There he is, the lad. Let's also cast Tormod because he's 1 mana this turn. Heck it. Why not? We'll do it with the Path of Ancestry. And Scry. This can go to the bottom. Okay. Time to go in. I want to cast Kark spells. Let's cast this Cathartic Reunion. So as an additional cost, we're going to discard, I don't know, Agadeems and Comet Storm. And let's see if we get blown out. Heads. Oh, I forgot to mention, heads is copy. Tails is return to hand. Always for me. And, ooh. Alright, so we draw 6 cards. That's sweet. We played a land this turn already. Because of Rowan. Now is the point where we sacrifice Rowan and try to cast this Brass's Bounty? 4, 5, 6, 7. We don't even need to sacrifice Rowan. If we copy this Brass's Bounty, it's game over. We're going to make so much mana. Let's do it. So 1, 2, 3, and then Rowan reduced by another 3. This costs 7. Flip a coin. Ah, okay, back to our hand. I got hopeful. I put it in the graveyard and everything. Alright, so we have to pass the turn. We're going to discard this mountain. And that's all we can do. Turn 6. You play a land. Cool. Let's go. My lands are so out of order, it's like not even funny. Let's go Brass's Bounty again? Question mark? Or do we go for a Dark Petition, try to get a Harmonic Prodigy or Roaming Throne? I think we do Dark Petition first, so... Do I have any way to make us lose... Oh, we do. We have Barbarian Ring, so we're reducing spells by 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. We have the black mana here. Reduced by 1. And we will play this Dark Petition. So let's flip. Let's see if we win the flip. We do win the flip. So we're going to make 6 black mana. Get down there, and we'll tutor twice. We'll get Roaming Throne. Actually, no, we're going to get Harmonic Prodigy. But that uses our red mana. Yeah, we're going to get Roaming Throne. Also has Ward. And then with the other tutor, we'll get... I think we should get Twin Flame because we can do something fancy with it. Alright, so Twin Flame to hand, Rolling Throne to hand. We're going to cast Roaming Throne using 3 of our black mana. And then let's go Twin Flame. It's going to cost 4 less, or 1 less, so it only costs 4 to strive it. Targeting Rowan and Roaming Throne. Or Rowaning Throne, if you will. Let's flip twice and see what happens. Oop, I didn't mean to shuffle my library, but that's inconsequential. Hit the wrong hotkey. Tails back to hand. Come on, Kark. Come on, Kark. Come on, Kark. No! Oh! Back to hand. Okay. Do I have enough to do it again? What that would have done is given me another Rowan, and I could have tapped her and sacked the old one and reduced spells by 2. It would have been so cute. And another Roaming Throne, which would have been cracked. I mean, we can try to strike it rich and get our mana back, or we can just go for the sad, Ruthless Technomancer off the Rowan. Let's try to strike it rich. We're here to high-risk, high-reward plays, right? Copy. Give me another copy, Kark. Come on, baby. You love me. You love me. Yes! This is the closest I'll ever get to gambling. Not a gambler, but I'm a Karker, that's for sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 reduced. So we can try again. Do we go all in on the second Twin Flame? Yeah, we do. Oh no, but if we do that, we can't follow up with anything. We can't do that. So instead of doing that, let's go all in on getting more mana. We have our treasures back. Let's spend that 2 mana from lands that we just cast to instead seize the spoils. Right? Or do we Technomancer? I think we sacrifice Tormod with the Technomancer. We'll untap this Inventor's Fair. I think that's what was untapped. We're going to sacrifice Tormod. Put him in the command zone. Actually, we'll put him in the graveyard. And we'll make 4 treasures. We're just going to counter all these. So we'll have 6 total. And then, this is quite the turn. We're going to try it again. I swear to God, we're going to get this stupid twin flame thing. It's going to work. 1, 2, 3, 4. Twin flame. Targeting Rowan and Rowing Throne. No. Come on, deck. Oh, thank God. Okay. All right, sweet. So it goes back to our hand, and we get a copy of each of these cards. Boom. Boom. We're going to sacrifice the original Rowan to the Legend Rule. We're going to tap this Rowan and reduce spells by 2 now. Things cost 2 less to cast. We're going to go pay 1 mana for this Seize the Spoils. We flip 3 times now. I'm getting somewhere with this. Watch this. As an additional cost, we're going to discard... Do I discard Revolutionist? I don't have enough to do that with the Madness, so we're going to go for the Fated Return. Flip 1, copy. Perfect. Flip 2, copy. Perfect. Give me a 3rd copy. I'd love that. Flip 3, copy. Perfect. All right, sick. So we make 3 treasure tokens. 1, 2, 3. And we draw 6 cards. All right, lovely. Now, things cost 2 less, so 5, 6, 7. That's enough for Brass's Bounty. Do we go all in, or do we ramp up a little bit first? Let's ramp up a little bit first. Have we damaged anybody this turn? No, just ourselves. So we don't have anything for You've Been Caught Stealing. This is like the best ritual in our deck, because it makes a ton of mana. Make a treasure token for each opponent who has dealt damage this turn. Wild. But we need to actually deal damage for it to trigger, so we can't do it quite yet. We can spend 3 mana and do another Twin Flame. I want to eventually be able to Twin Flame the Technomancers. That'd be hype. That would be approaching infinite if we can start like getting a bunch of Technomancers and Roaming Thrones and Rowan copies. Where'd the original Rowan copy go? I don't know what I did with the Rowan copy. Make it so that Twin Flame costs only like a red for each creature we copy, and then we can start making Roaming Throne copies, and then making Ruthless Technomancer copies, and then sacrificing the Roman Thrones to the Technomancers. We can actually get there eventually. This is going to be crazy. We still have this Windfall. Let's just do the Windfall. So it only costs 2. Let's Windfall. So flip. Let's return to hands. That is copy. That is return to hand. So we get 2 treasures back. Oh, I didn't discard a card as additional cost. Let me draw 2. Rionia. Okay. We just need to go mana positive enough to get some treasures and have Rionia, and then we just untap. We just go to combat, beat everyone down, and then win with this thing. That's what we got to do. So we just need to win. We just need to win 2 coin flips off of an unexpected windfall. So we're going to do that. We're going to discard this Increasing Vengeance. That's funny. And we'll try it. We just need some mana. Heads, that's a good sign. Heads, we did it. Heads again? Heads again. Oh my god, yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. More treasures than we'll ever need. Underworld Breach. That's kind of hot. So like you can see how out of control this deck gets once it starts making copies of Kark. Alright, now we're going to play this Rionia. That costs 3 treasures. We're going to go to combat. I don't know how many spells I've cast this turn. It's a bunch. We're going to make a bazillion Roaming Throne copies. We're going to attack people with them, which means everyone's going to have taken damage. And then we're going to go to our second main phase. And we're going to cast You've Been Caught Stealing. Where is it? Which is going to... Oh, that's the wrong one. We can cast that one too, I guess. So this is going to make 3 treasure tokens every time, which is mana positive already. And because we have a bazillion Roaming Thrones from a Rionia, making a copy for each spell we've cast this turn, we're going to be able to make a ton of treasures and probably also return this to our hand because we'll have bazillion coin flips. From that ton of treasures, we're just going to start casting Beseech the Mirror and getting all of the wizards out of our deck. One of them will be Rock Slide Sorcerer, which means that we can deal damage every time we cast an instant or sorcery. And then we'll just go off with the You've Been Caught Stealing and that. And that's what the deck does. Wow, we got pretty lucky to get there. Sometimes you get absolutely fucked and you go for a big spell and you die. But I guess we also did waste an entire turn losing a coin flip at least once. So it happens, it happens. Thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed this nonsense, make sure you check out our Discord. We talk about stuff like this all the time, and I playtest these decks there. This was a very fun playtesting session, let me tell you. You can also check out our sponsor, Original Print Proxy. They make these amazing treasure tokens that you're looking at right here. They are fantastic. They make a lot of other proxy tokens too, and you can use promo code ELDER to get a discount on any purchase $20 or more on their Etsy store. So check that link out in the description. Their tokens are just wonderful for webcam. They're amazing. I love them so much. We also have a Card Trader Zero link down in the description, which you can click. And of course, all of our other links for Twitter, our Discord, Patreon, if you want to support us that way, and everything else are down there as well. Stay janky, my friends, and thank you all so much for watching.